Oh my god, hi.
Hi.
We are in Springwood to see Freddy Krueger.
Freddy
I lost
Krueger.
my train of thought. Yay.
Props complicate.
Props.
The
I was
mental
like
process.
mystified by this. And like this one's loose. And so like it's wild.
It's wild
It's
stuff.
wild. Half price at Spirit though.
Oh,
so,
yeah, you
know.
really clean up at Spirit. They really do just a lot of horror
I just love them.
stuff.
Yes, they do.
Horror.
So you watch Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah, number 1, which I had seen, but only once. And maybe not
On
in
a
like
date?
the viewingest mood. Yeah.
Was it on a date?
Yeah, on a date. So I don't know how much of it I watched. You know?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'd seen some of it. I recognized pieces of it. I think I paid more attention at the end of the movie, which probably isn't saying very much for the date.
I mean, it's a great movie.
It was good. It's a real life movie with a
Yeah.
production value.
Yeah, and it was super low budget.
And it looked, 4 years later, looked so much better than the first Friday the 13th.
Because they
like,
do really good in
production
this.
value.
I mean, there's some
Why?
stuff for sure. There's the oatmeal stairs, which was a Bob Shea thing.
Oh, I liked it. It
It's
was
fun.
so weird.
It's fun.
Why?
There's the arms. The arms thing is fun.
Maybe he really had a nightmare about
yes,
oatmeal
that
stairs.
was his
Okay.
and he was like adamant that goes in
Oh,
there.
Oatmeal stairs, you guys, it's
Oh.
terrifying. It is though, if you
And,
think
like,
about it. It's gross to. And it
The
gets
fire
hot
stunt is great, but I mean he's like
gets
like
huge.
100 pounds heavier.
because he's all wrapped up in
'Cause
his
he's got a
fire retardant.
Yeah. But I love this movie. This franchise really is. I love this.
This
franchise.
one's his
It's
favorite.
my favorite franchise. I've said that about Friday the 13th as well. I don't think I'll say it about because I think we'll do Halloween.
Right. You don't
I
think
don't
you'll say
think
it
I'll
about
say
Halloween.
it about Halloween
Interesting.
because
What's your
Those
favorite
sequels.
first movie? Is it also this one?
Halloween.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's so scary. I wonder if I'll be as scared by it this time when I watch it because we've been watching all these and
Halloween
it's just
is
like,
magnificent.
but it freaking when he's in the back of the car, I'm just like.
I love when she's like against the wall in like the door frame, and he just like pops up and looks at her. Oh god, that movie
so
is so good.
scary.
Anyway, Nightmare on Elm Street. I love this movie. I love Wes Craven.
Let's talk child abuse.
Okay.
I don't know how to phrase that differently.
I mean, because that's a big plot point in this movie.
Yeah, it seems like it's all that he was a child molester
What he
and then
was
they
supposed to
changed
be.
it to child murderer, which
'Cause
is
that
also
whole-
bad, but often
Yes.
the same person.
I just think it was because of that whole satanic panic daycare
In the
pedophile
80s.
ring thing in the 80s at the same time. And I just don't think they wanted to look like they were taking sides on things.
Right.
Like,
Well, you
or
wouldn't want to
deflect
say,
from
like,
that at
I wish
all.
you well to
Yeah.
a child trafficker.
So, like,
Not
yeah.
a political vlog.
They eat babies in their basement. It's fine.
They're afraid, though, so it makes it worth it.
They feed on the fear.
I would feel so bad if it ended up being real. And I'm just like, zing! Loser kids in
Well,
the basement.
QAnon thinks swears
QAnon.
it's real
Yeah.
and thinks that we are heathens.
Heathens. We are
So.
heathens, though.
I'll just drink my Pinot and say that to QAnon. Canon? Canon?
Quanon.
Quanon.
QAnon, I think.
Okay.
QAnon.
So-
Like you pronounce the Q. That's how the letter Q works.
So you liked this. You liked this.
Oh, yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
You like it. Who is your favorite character?
The mother. I love Mother.
She's so bad.
She's so good. When the in the
God.
hallway when she's just been lurking, waiting for her to come home so she could be like, It's so amazing.
Ronnie Blakely, she is a treasure, that one.
It's fantastic.
She's wonderful. Favorite death?
I don't know if it was Johnny Depp's. That's an interesting death, but I don't know if that's my favorite. How does the first guy die? Oh, you know what? The first girl who dies is really Tina.
Tina's
it's the best
death
one.
Is like the standout.
It's the best one.
Sure.
She does an incredible job.
She's incredible.
She does an
That
incredible
death is
job
incredible.
being
that death
just
scared
thrown
the
around.
Shit out of me when I saw it.
Super scary. Super scary
It's
death.
so scary. It's so scary. It's good. It's good. I think Rod's death is probably my least favorite.
Which one's Rod?
When he gets with the
yeah,
jail
because
and
he
it wraps
just
around his neck and
just
then he
gets
gets hung.
hung.
I think there
Kinda
was something better.
rushed.
I think they had something better, and I think that they were rushed, so they did this other thing.
Well,
or
it looks
wasn't
like a
working
big
right,
dick
the
was
other
coming
one.
to get him.
Yeah, we see more dicks in this series. There's more like phallic imagery.
Interesting. It even started like where a dick would have started on him.
It's a lot of phallic stuff. I mean, I think
Well,
like,
and
horror
then
movies in general have a lot of phallic imagery.
yeah, but and then with the girl and he pops up like between her legs.
Oh
and-
yeah.
So
I mean, it's
he's-
very psychosexual.
Yeah, for all of the children,
Elm Street children.
the Elm Street children. I wrote a haiku once called "Nightmare on Elm Avenue" because I lived on Elm Avenue.
I remember that, or like I remember that it was Elm Avenue because
Yeah.
I always drew parallels.
Yeah,
Because every town has an Elm Street. Sometimes it's an avenue.
it's an avenue. I lived on Elm Avenue. It was like a little bit of a nightmare, but also very much like who's that painter that paints all the perfect
Norman Rockwell.
Norman Rockwell. Very
Yeah.
Norman Rockwell. Up
Well, like the front yard of your house is like
just
because you like
Norman
kind of sunk
Rockwell.
into
Yeah.
it, and then it didn't have bricks around it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like a little fence.
Yeah,
Yeah, with very Norman Rockwell.
conservatives.
Conservative, it turns out. I don't think they were, but they are now.
I think they were.
Maybe they were. But who did they have? Like, it's like they kept ratcheting up with the party. Because,
Right.
like, 40 years ago, the Republican Party wasn't this insane.
No, I completely
So-
agree with that statement.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they've ratcheted
they've
it up.
ratcheted it up.
They've cranked it
Bev
to
has
11.
done less so than Steve.
Yeah, she's being very much more diplomatic.
Which
Safe play.
Republicans love to be.
Safe
so.
play, Bev.
Um,
Okay, well, I was gonna say something about our last episode. The last episode was that our low energy one? Our low
no,
energy
it was
episode.
before that.
In our low energy episode, I did this, and I was like, you can't even really see the wire. And I am not wearing my glasses, so I
You can
cannot see the wire. But you
completely
can totally
see
see
the
the wire.
wire.
It's like in some of their faces, even. Just not fair. You can't even really. It's like they're floating. I should have been in special effects. No, it's fine. You can't even see that.
So you were gonna ask me something, but then you wanted to save it for camera, and you have forgotten it.
Oh yeah, I said I was gonna forget it,
Yeah.
and I did.
Um,
What did I ask you right before? Which one was your favorite?
Which one was my favorite?
Oh, who's your favorite killer out of all of them? That's Freddy.
Freddy Krueger is my favorite slasher.
And then
Of all
read it up. Who's your favorite first movie? Like the first of the series. What's your favorite first of the series?
Halloween.
And
Halloween.
with something to do with it after that. I don't know. Who's your favorite out of all of the franchises? Who's your favorite final girl?
Can I pick two?
Yeah, there are no rules in this.
Alice from Nightmare On
Go
Elm
to
Street
jail.
4
That was
and
your one,
5.
and I hear you ramping up for a second.
And Friday the 13th Part 2, Ginny. Ginny has my heart and soul.
Okay, Ginny and Alice from
Alice
what now?
From, we haven't gotten to Nightmare on Elm Street 4 yet.
Okay.
But she's fucking awesome.
Alice.
I think she might be a little bit more, like, badass and 5, although I don't think 5 is as great as 4.
I'll let you know
So
how I feel about that.
5 has like the anti-abortion Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. Are they anti-abortionist franchise?
No, it's just like, I mean, there's a baby
Because I might
involved
need to
in
stop
5,
watching.
so it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get there.
We're gonna
So,
get there. We're gonna watch them all.
Yeah.
We are totally not gonna be done with this by October. I don't know what kind of janky math skills I was employing.
We can do some double features.
Yeah, but even then.
Yeah. I mean, Freddy's Dead ain't that great, so I could skip that if you want.
We are not skipping.
I haven't watched
I'm
it in
a
a
stickler.
while, so we'll watch it.
I'm a stickler. So I can see why you asked if you were allowed to give 2 final girls.
Because Ginny is just like in my heart, but like so is Alice, so it's just like Ginny and Alice.
You'll be in my heart. Is that Tarzan?
Yeah, that's Phil Collins right there. Have you seen that video of that kid going down the hill on like a bike?
Oh yes! And it's like, oh!
It's perfect.
Okay.
It like is exactly the same.
It exactly syncs up. Oh, kids hurting themselves is a funny Instagram. It's not abusive. They're doing it to themselves.
So, Nightmare on Elm Street. So, New Line, Bob Shea refers to New Line as the house that Freddy built.
Oh.
Because New Line was like a struggling distribution company that then turned into a struggling production company that did like Alone in the Dark, I think is one of them. And then they like I think they did another low budge, and then they did what became Nightmare on Elm Street. And then they didn't really make a lot of money off of it.
What do you mean what became Nightmare on Elm Street?
They started working on Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay. So it was never something else.
It wasn't something else.
Well, I felt like that's what you were saying. You don't have to be all sassy about it.
I was just being wordy, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Fucking sorry. Okay, so New Line is also who ends up buying Friday the 13th, right? So then they own both of the great franchises.
Yeah, because Paramount did not want Nightmare on Elm Street.
Interesting. So then they really became the horror production company. What else? What other horror films do they produce?
Oh my god, so many. Like so
That's
much.
helpful.
I can't think of that.
All of them. Okay,
I just
that's
have a
fine.
lot. I would use my phone, but it's there.
It's there. We could use mine, but I find I get lost in it. And
just like a lot. There's just a lot of stuff they did.
New Line. First in entertainment.
So they didn't really make money off of this one, but they made money off the second one.
Oh.
And then they became like a
So is
studio.
the second one better?
Okay. So the second one is really controversial because it made more money than the first one.
That's the one that's the gayest
It's
one.
gay.
It's the gayest
It made
one.
more money than the first one. It was also kind of like dubbed as a franchise killer, even though it was only the second movie and there was no franchise.
And there's way more of them?
Yes. And then they like go on, because everyone says that like 3 fixes what 2 did. I disagree with that. But, people are really sticklers for the rules. The Dream World rules. And I'm like, were there?
But they're
were
dreams.
They very...
It's a dream.
Yeah, so...
Oh, so we see the rubber wall in 2 also.
No.
Oh, in the remake.
And we see that in the remake, but spoiler alert, it's not a rubber wall.
Tell them about the rubber wall. Hi, buddy. I was talking to a pug.
There's a pug.
There was a pug there. I wasn't looking at my crotch.
Hi.
Hi, buddy. You.
I keep like touching my leg, and I feel like the camera, at least the camera can't see it, but like my arms, I'm like, I'm not just grabbing my crotch. That was a crotch grab. Every once in a while, you know. So this movie was a huge hit in 1984. It made $25 million.
That's a lot.
Huge hit. Scared the shit out of people. And yeah, then they made a sequel.
There you go. Yeah, it was.
I love this movie.
I thought it was really good, and I like that there's.
I love Heather Lane
the soundtrack is a little bit more new wavy, which is kind of fun. It's not like serious music; it's like serious 80s.
Yeah.
I
it's
like
nightmare.
That.
It's a dream.
It's really good. Or bad, but I enjoy it.
And like the sweater is different than it is later on.
Right.
The house looks different.
In this, it's not really a sweater. It's more like one of those like long sleeve rugbies almost.
Yeah, I think, but I don't think it doesn't have that.
It doesn't have a collar.
Like,
but it's like that kind of material, isn't it? It's like a knit.
Like
a tight cotton knit, not like a sweater knit.
I don't know.
Okay, we got.
I think it's more of a sweater.
Is it a sweater?
I think it's more of a sweater.
I thought it was like cotton knit.
Well, so in Scream,
yeah,
Wes Craven makes a cameo.
Yeah.
As the janitor named Fred. And he is wearing that sweater. He is wearing the one with just the red sleeves and not the striped sleeves.
Okay. And I should recognize that scene.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't. So sorry.
We'll watch Scream.
We'll watch the Screams. I actually own all of the Screams.
Oh, do you?
Well, you
Did I
gave
give it to you? Yeah,
but I think I had Scream 1 on my own. But I don't think I'd really watched it. I like the Scream movies, but I don't sit down and watch horror movies alone.
Oh my god, that's all I do.
It's not what I do.
It's all I do.
Scary. Too scary.
And like this franchise, like I had to watch part 4 last week because I was so excited that we were going to start watching these ones. So I had to watch part 4. I almost watched the entire series. And then I decided to watch like the 5-hour documentary about it because I fucking love this franchise. It
Tell
means
us
a
some
lot
interesting
to me.
factoids from the first one that you learned in the 5 hours. Rubber wall.
There's a rubber wall. I mean, they were just like flying by the seat of their pants on this one. They didn't really know what was going on. They were just making this movie.
I like
everything kind of fell into place.
His daughter with him.
Wes Craven's daughter is the one who told him to cast Johnny Depp.
Oh.
Because he was beautiful.
He was beautiful. He's like 15 or something.
Glenn was actually, because he's like a jock. And so they wanted like a bulky guy, and you do not get that.
But he does wear cropped jerseys.
Pretty, yes. So if you don't think he's
jock, can we talk about
he has a
men's cropped shirts?
Bring them back.
Bring those back. Bring them back for everybody.
A crop top and some short shorts.
Anyone would enjoy that.
Just your hairy stomach or not hairy stomach, like whatever.
Whichever.
I'm into that.
Yeah. Bring back who's that guy who's damn it. Who's the PI? Magnum PI. God damn, that was hard.
Well, you got it. As soon as you said PI, you got it.
I got it. But I really wanted his actual name. But who plays Magnum?
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
Where are the Tom Sellecks of today? Shorts.
Tom Selleck's like the head of the NRA, so we don't want more of that.
When he was Magnum PI.
Yeah, he was still kind of in the NRA.
Oh.
We don't want more of that, but I love you.
The look.
I'll take a mustache ride from Tom Selleck.
It's not like I want more Tom Cruises in the world.
We're talking about
people
looks.
Like how Tom Cruise looks.
We need to talk about John Saxon in this movie. Huge root for this little homo because, like,
that's the guy who's the chief of police.
I knew.
He's like 60 years old.
Oh God, I knew I wanted to be taken advantage of by old men when I saw
so
John
old.
Saxon. Oh,
I still think he's old.
I think he's like 40.
He's like 60.
I think he's like 40 in this movie.
Comment down here what you think. Don't Google it. Tell me what age you think he is.
I think that they're all the parents
he's
are
bald
like 40
in real life, so know that.
I think that they're all like 40, but they all look like they're 50.
So old. I do think his mom is like late 40s.
Yeah, she looks older
She
than
looks
the,
so old.
the dad.
I'm
But
trying
this
to
is
think
not a
of how old
podcast where we talk about how old women look. This is not that.
Were our
Vlog.
parents
not a
in their
vlog,
40s in high school? When we were in high school? We both kind of have
Well,
old
no, I have
parents.
old parents. So
Yeah, yours are older than
my
mine.
mom was like, my mom was 35 when I was born, and my
My
dad
mom was 35 when I was born.
45 when I was born.
My dad was 35 when I was, no, 34.
Oh, yeah,
No,
'cause your
35.
Mom
My mom is a
is
month
is a
older
cougar.
than my dad.
Cougar
Oh no,
bag.
you know what? 11 months. My mom's 11 months older than my dad.
That's better math.
It is, but also still just as dumb of a shock. Because I was shocked when I learned that. What? Gross. Yuck.
I love old men, so I'm just like here for it.
For the guy.
Yeah, I'm here for John Saxon so much.
But
I
what
love
else
him.
is he in?
He's in Black Christmas.
Right.
And he's like a cop in a lot of 80s movies. And like
Who does he play in Black Christmas?
the cop. You say you know the cop who laughs a lot?
No.
So there's the dumb cop.
Does he
who's
go to the...
fellatio.
He's
the guy, he's working with that guy.
Okay.
So, like, you know the cop that she says, like, it's fellatio, it's a new extension, F-E, fellatio.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So, then they're all laughing about that.
That's funny.
And there's that really funny cop who just laughs. The entire time he's in the movie, just laughs.
No.
And then there's John Saxon who's like, don't you fucking laugh. And he's hot.
Don't you do it.
I just love him. I love this movie.
It's
Heather
a good
Langenkamp
movie.
is perfect. She's a great final girl. She does a lot. Like, she has agency from, like, the very beginning of this movie.
I don't know what that means.
Like, agency. Like, ownership of yourself.
Oh, of yourself.
And, like, yeah, so you have, like you know what you need to do shit, and
right.
you do it. Like,
Got it.
Yeah.
That's agency.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, new word.
To protect
New
yourself.
meaning of a word. I know what agency means. Earlier, you were talking about foundations. Foundries.
Foundries.
And I could not
They're
picture
like
a
a
foundry
factory.
in my head. Yeah.
Oh god, it's just like.
Is it like a factory?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was like, maybe
and
it's
then,
like
lots
a
of
rock
pipes, like,
quarry
like
thing.
there's that one on I-5 that you do when you're like driving south, and there's that big like foundry.
It's a foundry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has like all the like smokestacks and like.
I know. Normally, I know the name of that
pipes
place,
and all
but
that.
Watchang.
Is it Watchang?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if it was like Warehouse or Watchang.
I think it's just Watchang, but I do think they do sort of similar stuff. And then I think that what's that company that makes like restroom dry hand things, napkins, restroom towels.
Oh.
There's a company
Yeah.
that makes restroom like
Yeah.
towels and
Yeah.
maybe toilet paper.
Yeah, it's like it's all in a supply order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is there
Yeah.
also.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to say
What
like
is that?
Western Union, which is obviously not it
Oh.
because that's the train.
I used to order that shit for new season.
And then I'm like, General
I used to do
Mills.
all the
No,
supplies.
that is a cereal brand in competition with his family heritage. What is that toilet paper product, paper product company?
I want to say Pacific Pride, but that's like the
That's the
gas
gas
station
station.
that fills like
Yes.
government things and like,
Yeah, you can get
you can
contracts
get,
for it.
like, a contract.
Companies can
Yeah.
get contracts for it. And you can pump your own gas.
Yeah. Jared's parents used to have one because they worked at the gas or the garbage company,
Oh.
and so they had one. They owned it, and so they had a card, and we would take that card all the fucking time. They finally caught us because we like filled up our tanks 3 times in one day.
That's awesome. That would have
Mhm.
been such a huge thing at that age to be able to afford just gas for
Mm.
days.
Because I'd be like, I can't go do this. Like, if I do this, like, if we get there.
We won't be able to get back.
Right. And like.
Because we don't have enough gas.
Yeah. And, what if I got the gas card? Oh, God. It was fucking amazing. When you're like 16, 17, in a small town.
Yeah.
Give me that gas
Get
card.
out of town. Get out of town.
Then they put the kibosh on that. But we used that thing for like a good solid 2 years. So, can't complain.
Yeah, no, that's pretty solid.
That's pretty solid.
That's really good. I just paid for my gas as a child.
Yeah, I mean, there was that too. There was that.
Did you ever have to do that horrible thing where you'd just be like, I have 78 cents.
Yeah.
I have
Like,
$1.62. Please put it in my tank.
God, you remember when like gas was like $1.62 a tank?
Right. Well,
gallon.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
remember once that I had an empty tank. I gave the guy $20 and I told him to keep the change. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And it was like $7. That's so much change. No, I'm not sure. I take it back. How did I fill my tank with $13? It was when the gas prices were like $1.04 or whatever. Remember that weird year when we just had like gas was the cheapest?
It's been a weird year. Bring it back.
Yeah, probably can't because it's probably because we stopped dominating over some country. God damn it. America.
I hate America. I love A Nightmare on Elm Street though, so Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, he is fucking a master. Like, he gets better. He just gets better.
Yeah.
And then
he's great. He's the perfect size too. He's like wiry, so he's a different kind of scary. He's like a child molester, creepy
older guy.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know.
He's like a child molester. That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
No offense, Robert Englund, but you look like a child molester.
Like,
in your outfit.
Yeah.
Those arms. I got my flu shot today, so...
That was like the first thing I remember. Like, that's like one of my first memories. And then when he runs, it's so funny when he runs after her because it's just...
Yeah.
Oh, I just love it so much. This movie used to scare me so bad, and now I'm just like, oh, it's like my little child.
Aww.
And I just want to cuddle with it. I love it so
Smudge.
much.
So this is the beginning of that franchise.
This is the beginning.
And then we'll finish out this franchise. Can't even see the wire.
Can't even see
when we watch Freddy vs. Jason.
Yes. Because I figured she hasn't really seen all these Nightmare on Elm Street,
so I need to know what's up.
Figured that you gotta get the whole...
You gotta understand.
The whole thing.
The whole picture.
So...
Okay, so in the Simpsons episode of this is the last thing I am personally needing to talk about. In the Simpsons episode, Treehouse of Horror, where they do this, and Willie is is Freddy Krueger, he turns into a tractor, and then I think the thing where he extends his arms is that he turns into like a bagpipe spider.
I think so.
He turns into a bagpipe spider, but I think that's what they're giving homage to. Is he supposed to have spider arms there? Is that the feeling that he has like two spider arms?
Maybe.
Because they are kind of fuzzy, maybe.
I guess. Yeah, it's like it's a sweater.
It's a loose sweater on them.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could go there.
I don't know.
That.
Anyway, that's a great Simpsons
episode.
It is
a great Simpsons episode. That one, and the shinning is really good.
The shinning is so good. And the Poe Nevermore, both the Raven one. Right out the gate, the Simpsons really understood the Treehouse of Horror and what it needed to be.
And then it got weird.
Seasons 1 through 10.
But I feel like there's one in there. Isn't there one when like Homer goes all 3D?
Yeah.
And that one's so weird.
It's so weird.
It's so weird.
I'm somewhere that I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then he like
weird.
walks through downtown LA And he ends up going into an exotic cake store.
Yeah.
That makes like
I like
shaped cake.
That one just, I don't get it.
Weird. It's a weird, I don't know what it's supposed to be like. I don't know what they're...
I don't know either.
Usually they're doing a satire of something.
Yeah. And I don't really know.
And I don't know what the satire is of this one. But I do like the one where he does like really hot peppers and basically has a peyote trip. And that one's very weird. It's really good. I recommend it. It's in between seasons 1 and 10. One of those.
The only season she owns, cares to own, cares to watch.
I'm a Simpsons purist.
Cares to acknowledge.
Don't come at me with these shit episodes. I'll watch the movie.
I like the movie.
I'll watch the movie.
I like the movie.
But I'm not gonna like acknowledge its presence on my characters.
I like the movie.
Yeah.
I've only watched it like once or twice.
I feel like they have to stop doing the show because people that do the voices are dying. Because the lady who does Edna Krabappel is dead, and she did a few voices.
Have you seen the Vans shoes for The Simpsons? Vans is doing, and they have fucking like old school ones that have a line like that.
Yeah.
And there's like who is it? It's like Patty and Selma, right?
Yeah.
Marge's sister. So it's Marge, Patty, and Selma on the shoe, and they have their hair and they're fucking fuzzy. Like the hair is fuzzy. The hair is fuzzy.
I want them. I want to go to Universal Studios and see the Simpsons area so bad.
It's so adorable.
But every time I'm in that area, I go to Disneyland.
Yeah, we just never go to Universal.
We
when
never
we
do
were
Universal.
In Florida, we just stayed at Disney World. We didn't do Universal.
We didn't, no. But you know what? We need it every day.
Yeah, I think
because there were even still a couple things we didn't ride.
Right.
Snow White.
Yeah, the mine train.
The mine train. The Magic Kingdom was hard. It was really crowded.
Yeah, it was so crowded.
Even a week before people started dying of coronavirus. Maybe not even a week. By the time we were coming home, I think it was like hitting.
Well, yeah, because we were definitely flying into Portland, but Washington was
not okay anymore.
Not okay.
Not okay anymore. Because
it was like
old
fine when we left, and then it just went.
Everybody in that home died.
Yeah.
Crazy. I mean, not literally, but so many people in Kent, I think.
Yeah.
Which is Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah, because like Kent and like Seattle like exploded, and we're like, what the fuck are we going home to?
Right. It was like, maybe we have to stay here.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't have to stay in Florida. No offense, Florida.
But also, like, offense.
But also, even if it weren't about the coronavirus, I wouldn't want to be forced to stay there, even though I'll totally retire there. No problem. I'll be able to sleep through anything. I won't even care. Plus, I'll be addicted to opiates. That's my plan.
Well, I just plan on being a slut. Call me Blanche.
Okay, Blanche.
I probably won't. I'm not even a slut now. So.
Yeah, you're sucking at it.
Yeah.
Pun not intended.
Just forever alone. Yay.
There should be a song about that. Beautiful.
But Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, I don't know what to say about it because it's a classic.
Yeah, it's really great.
And just everything about it is perfect.
So far like Nightmare on Elm Street more than Friday the 13th.
Yes.
So far.
Yes.
On a 1-to-1. First ones out the gate. Friday the 13th is not as enjoyable. I like.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that.
But it's just not as good, entertaining.
I agree with that. I like them both.
I'm not trying to wage war or anything about it.
You are, but it's fine.
I feel like you agree with me. So it'd be weird to go to war.
Oh, I didn't change my shirt. I meant to change my shirt.
Oh, you have an on-theme shirt?
I have like 4 Nightmare on Elm Street shirts, so I'll get to it.
It plays well with others.
Yeah, it's Toy Story.
Oh, I can't really see it because of the glasses. If I do this, I can see better. It's some kind of specific type of optic issue. They had me look through like a vegetable strainer, and I could read like perfectly fine from a distance.
Fun.
They're like, "Does this help?" I'm like, "Oh, why don't they just give me a little vegetable
Like,
thingy
what's
to put over my eye?"
Is your retina detached?
I think it's because I have a football-shaped eye.
Oh, yeah. Very almond.
Astigmatism.
Very almond.
The eyeball is.
The eyeball is football shaped?
Yeah, not like a basketball, like a football. This left one is. You can't tell by looking at it. What are you gonna gain by trying to
just
look
let me
at
look
it?
at your eyes.
This isn't how they know that someone has astigmatism. I actually have no idea how they know. The vegetable strainer thing, for one. You're not an ophthalmologist.
I don't know either. I was just saying I don't know either.
But I do have this.
I'm completely blind.
I have
so.
this thing.
What?
Can you see my other eye?
Oh, yeah.
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 I have like an eyelid in the corner of my
It's
eye.
cute.
It's really cute. It's not the reason I'm single. That's the sideburns.
No, the reason that you're single is because all that's on your dating app are Proud Boys.
That's weird, and I cannot tell anymore, and it's so scary. I can't match with white men right now. I'm so sorry, white men,
Oh,
but
I
you're
looked at
so
that one
scary
dude that
right
you said.
now.
I'm like, where is this Polytechnic University this guy went to? Oh, it's in Washington, where a lot of these Proud Boys are coming from. I'm
Yeah.
like, he could live here now. He
Could
could
just
live
move
here.
here. Yeah.
But he seemed to just show up this weekend.
Here's one I've noticed. People have come back for the weekend because they're having rallies more often. And so people are matching with me, and then throughout the week, they're like 47 miles away. And then all of a sudden, they're back here. So I have to unmatch from them, obviously.
How do you unmatch? Because I don't do that one. How do you unmatch?
I left swipe them.
So
They
mine
just
doesn't,
changed it.
because I don't do Grindr or whatever. I do the ones where you can
Scruff.
I do scruff, so I can go through a match stack and be like, oh, I like that guy, and I can do the swipe thing.
Yeah.
But you don't know it. No one knows it.
No one knows
until
you swipe on them.
Unless the other person swipes on you too.
That's impossible, though.
So
it's like if you haven't seen someone, you'll see them, or if they don't swipe no on you, you'll see them.
So I think yes, and then if people swipe right on you, then they show up in your match stack. So
Tinder is also like
doing that. Yeah. See, so I don't do the other ones. I have Grindr, but I'm hardly ever on Grindr.
I think I've technically aged out of Tinder, but there are a lot of old guys on there, like my age. So
I think Grindr
predators,
the ones,
nobody's
the ones that freak me out are the ones that show distance. So I'm like, oh, it freaks me out when I see that a guy is 1,800 feet away from me.
Oh, yours does feet.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
if they're close enough, it'll go to feet.
Ours does not.
Oh.
You know why? Because women
does on
would be
mine.
terrified all the time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's right next to me. Oh my god, he's right next to me. It would be terrible. Why would you want that?
I don't.
Is it
so that's why I don't
Because if you're
do that.
truly using it as an at the club hookup app.
Yes.
That is why.
Yes.
Because you could find the right person.
Yes. And that is not my jam.
No, that's scary. I actually just don't even want my phone to be able to tell people
because I hooked up with a
information.
guy. I did hook up with a guy who was 4,840 feet away from me. And it's down by the max.
Right.
So it's there. But I'm just when you put it into feet, when you can put that distance into feet,
creepier.
it's weird because I have Daddy Hunt 2 and Scruff are the ones that I use.
What's the difference between Daddy Hunt
Daddy
and Daddy
Hunt.
Hunt 2?
I have Daddy Hunt and Scruff.
Also.
So
Okay.
Daddy Hunt does the miles in the feet, and Scruff does not.
Tinder does the miles, but then it doesn't. I think it says like less than 1 mile.
No, it goes to feet for on
I'm
the men's.
so glad
And
it doesn't go to feet on Tinder.
So on Daddy Hunt, I could see that we were hooking up on Scruff, but I was also on Daddy Hunt and seeing that he was 4,840 feet away from me.
No. What if it started coming closer and closer
That
and closer?
freaks me out, because there is one that popped up that's like 900 feet away from me.
That's
and I was
very
like,
close.
Is that in this neighborhood?
Yes. Right?
It's
I can't
close.
visualize 900 feet.
I feel like it is
What's a football field?
The subdivision
100
over
yards.
there.
100
like
yards
it's in the
is
subdivision.
300 feet.
Yeah.
So it's 3 football fields away.
Yeah, and I think it's in
That's
that
the
subdivision.
You should walk and look. You should be the
freaks
creeper.
me
You
out.
be the terrifying person. It'll be fun.
I can just walk with my Freddy Krueger claw.
Oh, we were gonna go for a walk.
Yeah, we were. Do you still want to?
We'd have to just stop this right now.
I know. So, I mean, we can.
We could.
Yeah.
You want to just?
Yeah.
So
So,
that's the
Nightmare on
first-
Elm Street.
Nightmare
it's
on Elm
perfect.
Street.
You should watch it. Get ready for Nightmare on Elm Street
telling
2,
you I can't
Freddy's Revenge.
Turn it off. He's like, not yet. Don't. I'm gonna do it now. Is it
Do
this
it now.
button or is that the one that